Good morning, friends. Welcome to the channel. It is freezing outside, which is, freezing for me in Florida. As you can see, I have my Christmas pajamas on and I'm looking like I just woke up because I've been up since like 3 o'clock this morning. I just couldn't sleep. Maybe it's Christmas excitement, I don't know. But for the holidays, we like to make breads. At least I do for my family. So I have already been up making bread. So here is, this is basically a banana pumpkin strudel bread. So there it is. We still have like 40 minutes on that bread. So I made this unique recipe and I thought, well, why not record it, right? So other people that maybe have papayas, maybe they want to try this. So the kitchen's a mess because everybody's still sleeping. This is going in the oven next. It's a papaya bread. So it's actually a papaya banana bread. So what I've done is during the winter here, what I call winter for us, we get papayas. They start coming in. I need to pick them before the squirrels get to them. This one's a little bit harder. It needs a couple more days before I can peel it, but because you can leave those on your counter. But I had one that was getting ready. So basically I just cubed it, as you can see in there. And this is, I'm gonna use the same like bowl because obviously I've been making the bread already. So super easy. I mean, if you've got fresh fruit growing, you need to utilize your fresh fruit so that way we make the most of it. I think traditionally we have so many people that are scared to kind of step outside the box. If you've got apple trees, which that's what we always hear about is like apple bread, then use your apples. If you've got plums, make plum bread. Just substitute the apple for plums. Now plums are definitely much more moist, so you kind of need to take that into consideration, just like papaya. But you can make, I have the candied papaya out there. Same concept. Like I was like, I'm gonna make a candied like papaya bread basically. It's got the same holiday flavors, those warming flavors that I like, and so that is what I'm gonna do. So like instead of doing a can of pumpkin, which a lot of people do pumpkin bread, I'm like, no, I'm gonna do papaya bread because that's what I have growing. So let's get started with this recipe. So I took a half of a fairly large papaya and I just diced it up. This is the size of that papaya. Here's my hand. I can't wrap my hands around it. So it's fairly large. So if you have a smaller one, just use the whole papaya. Make sure you take the seeds out unless you want the seeds in your bread, but those seeds are medicinal, so do your research. All right, so we're gonna need 1 cup of brown sugar. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my 1 cup of brown sugar. Never in my life would I think that I would be on YouTube in my pajamas, but here we are, right? Don't tell me you haven't cooked in your pajamas before because I know better. All right, we're gonna do 1 3/4 cup of flour. And y'all know me, I guesstimate. I'm not even like truly measuring. All right, I say that we need at least, I like to go heavy on my ginger. So I'm gonna say at least a tablespoon of ginger because I like those warming spices. Maybe to a tablespoon and a half for me personally. Clove, I would definitely say a solid teaspoon. Clove can be a little bit heavier for people that aren't used to eating those heavy spices and you still want it to be nice and flavorful. We'll put a little clove in there. I'm gonna say go a solid tablespoon on your cinnamon. All right. Then we need 2 eggs. All right, so 2 eggs. All right, you need a 1/2 cup of milk. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use the full fat, true coconut milk from Whole Foods. That was probably a little more than a 1/2 cup, but that's where you gotta be cautious because this is already gonna be a wet recipe. So keep that in mind. It may take a little longer to bake, so. All right, so you're gonna need a teaspoon of baking soda. So I gotta go get the baking soda. Again, y'all know I don't measure. Okay. Then you're gonna add about a teaspoon of Redmond's Real, or whatever salt you have, but I prefer Redmond's Real. So we're gonna do that, and you can add a little bit of vanilla if you want. I'm not gonna flip in that vanilla just because I think we'll be okay. So basically that's it. You can see over there that bread is super moist looking. The mix itself is super moist. If you want any other flavors in here, you can go ahead and add it. If you want to add a little bit of molasses, feel free to do that, but the brown sugar for me works just fine. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a mix, and then you know what? I'm literally gonna put it in a sprayed pan like you see over there, and I'm gonna cook it 350 for about an hour and 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Do the toothpick test, and then you guys can see if it works for you. So I will put this recipe that I have been making up and been using for quite some time in the bottom for you guys to make yourself. If you want to go ahead and add a banana in, you can also add a banana. I wouldn't add too many bananas just because, like I said, this is already a wet-based type of bread. But it's super moist, super delicious. Use what's growing in your yard. All right, everyone. Till next time, love one another, be kind, and have a little fun in the kitchen.